cares, you know, and you know how that goes. You know, I think that for me, just the message today was I just tried to push everything off. Yeah. I mean, I'm sick about it. I have a lot of emotions: angry, sick, you know, upset, mad, frustrated, all those things. Empathy, you know, whatever. You know, no one has I don't think there's a book on how to handle all this, you know, actually there is, but I don't think that there's a way for a quarterback to stand up there and answer these type of questions, is what I should say. But for me, my message today was we have a job to do. So it's Wednesday. If we're still in our feelings, it's too late. We got to move on. After the game Sunday, yes. How did that change after the rest of the season? It was a lot, you know, to handle. I'll say it that way. Like, y'all know me, man. I don't condone that kind of. I don't talk that way. My kids, sure as heck, will never talk that way, you know. And you know, it's hard because I love the man so much. You know what I mean? Like, I have family members that have done things. I've done things that I'm glad that I'm still loved, you know. And I think more than anything, Coach needs people to help him, to love him, you know, in whatever areas, you know, that we can. But at the same time, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, you know. And you know, I've never seen something like this happen, and so you don't know, like, the precedent. Like, I don't, like, saying, like, I don't know, is he going to suspended? Is it a fine? I don't know. I'm not good at figuring those kind of things out. You know what I mean? But when that came out, I mean, shortly after my wife sent it to me, you know, I was getting ready to study and then stuff. She sent it to me.
Bro, I can't fucking play with nobody, bro.
By the time I got done
where the fuck is everybody at?
You know, I'm like, he resigned. And, so you can imagine there's a lot going on in my head. And again, I'll probably get more into it someday.
This is the shit I'm fucking talking about, bro. I got no fucking players on the goddamn field.
For me. But again, y'all know I got a job to do. And I got
fucking shit.
It wasn't his fault that we, you know, didn't play well on the field. You know, we as players the last 2 weeks.
Nobody's fucking injured.
So, you know, that's not on him. That's on us. You know, we got to play better this week and get a win, especially against a good defense.
Can I ask you an on-field question? You stood there this summer and talked about, hey, I got a boss. I can't go against John. Without him here, are you looking forward to maybe being able to take this team on the attack a little bit more, maybe use pass to set up run, just how it can be different on the field?
Yeah. I think we're going to wing tee, triple option football, ball control, just try and run the quarterback as much as we can in the middle. I think there are things set in place with our offense. I've been with Ole. My rookie year, he called plays. I've heard his voice, through the headset. I know how he calls a game. I know how he thinks. We're in the same room. Every conversation I had with Coach Gruden, I had with Ole, this whole time. And so, us three and now Johnny Moe, we were all together all the time. And so it's not going to be anything crazy new, but there are philosophies that some people have. So I don't want to give Ole secrets away, but could things be different? Yes. Could things be similar? Yes, absolutely. But if Denver's listening, we're probably just going to run the ball the whole time.
Real quick, I got exactly what you were saying when you were telling your teammates, hey, we're still in our feelings, it's too late, we got to press the football.
Yes.
On a personal issue, Carl asked if Mike Mayock could take Carl asked for a personal day. So he's still in his feelings.
Oh, yeah.
When you have a situation like that, guys.
I know without even asking, without even looking in your direction.
Shit is dumb, bro.
I wish you had looked, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Nick Chubb. And with safety Trayvon Merrick up to make the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
So you can hear me, but you don't care? That's what it is? Gotcha. W, that's all that's important, right?
He's going to be sacked back at the 23.
Yep. Injured on the tackle. All right. Cool. Awesome.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there.
Damn, that's what we're doing.
So fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Throwing, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get it down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league. And big
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
Discipline they showed on defense, because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra
This shit is
aggressive
fucking
trying to
gay.
get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 12. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I'll redouble my efforts, I'll go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't.
He's got him in, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mayfield off the play fake. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Mayfield on play action. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. To Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Chubb will get the call running left. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown. Cleveland. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time was a pretty one-play and interception to see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out. Cole lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting in
leader. Yes, there are going to be some individuals going through. Yeah. I mean, how are you guys handling that, knowing that he's going through a little something that maybe some of you guys aren't?
Yeah, you know how I meant that too.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I got exactly what you're.
For that, I just found out about that. We're not in the same meeting room. You know what I mean? If Darren Waller's not in the room, like, I'm going to notice he sits next to me. You know, whenever a defensive guy isn't here or is hurt, like, I find out usually on Thursday or Friday, oh man, you all right? You know, that kind of thing. Because especially even when we're practicing when the defense is up, I'm throwing routes with my receivers. Like, I'm not in it like that. And so.
I got you, man.
Oh yeah. No, I know. Thank you. I wanted to make that clear for sure. But for Carl. From day one, I told Carl I love him, and he knows I got his back. So, if anyone won't talk to him, if anyone mess with him, Carl knows that I have his back. That's for sure. And with that kind of stuff, I'll let Carl handle all that with the teammates and all that kind of stuff. For me, he has, I think Mr. Mack said, like, he's a population of, one, really. Like, he, has every right to feel the way he wants to feel. Just like all of our teammates have every right to feel however they want to feel. That was a message for everyone today, really. But at the same time, with the mindset of, we have a game to play and we have to move on. As hard as it is.
For 4 years now, every offseason about your relationship with John.
Yes.
They're saying the trust is better. We're getting closer and closer, whether it's on or off the field. It must be very surreal for you now. I mean, in an instant, it's over. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because so much was made by your relationship.
Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yes. I think, if I'm honest, that's the hardest part for me. And again, there will be a time for those feelings to come out. Like I said, there's sad feelings, there's anger. I'm human. I've done my best every year dealing with whatever, what we have to deal with, And, it is what it is. But I promise you, someday we can talk about that. I'm trying my best personally, honestly, just to make my mind focused on football, as hard as it is. And I hope that makes sense. And I'm trying to be respectful and answer it the best I can for you. But personally, I have to keep my mind as focused as I can, or else I'll start drifting and start feeling some type of way. You know what I mean?
To that point, is it almost impossible to grasp that you have this unprecedented storm of adversity of all these different things, and yet your team is good? Like, yes. You have a playoff caliber team.
Yes.
That's two things that usually don't go hand in hand.
Yeah.
How are you grasping that?
Well, I've been in this situation, I think it's my 5th head coach, in 8 years. And so I do know the feeling.
What do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you
Of when it's a good football team and when it's not, and the feelings of when it's not, it's kind of like you get a lot of guys that are just coming to work, just counting the days kind of a thing, right? Whereas this team, the way we came in today, everything's still out there for us. We're a good football team. We believe that. We need to play better, but we still believe that we can compete with.
moved the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in the... And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Raiders. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that's
Anybody, you know what I mean? And so it's just a weird time. I think that's the easiest way to say it. It's a weird time, but I know a little bit about compartmentalizing some things. My senior year, my son was having surgeries where doctors were saying he might not make it, and I still had to play football games. I don't wish that for anybody. But for whatever reason, I've just had to go through some of those things, and this is one of those things where you just got to be able to separate the two, and it's weird and it's hard, and I don't know how. I thank the Lord that I can do it. because I want to feel some type of way, but we are a good football team, and we do still have everything out in front of us, you know what I mean? And, I think that I'm just trying to focus on what is good, and what is good for our football team is thinking about those things. And practice was great. It's easier to do, honestly, when you're on the field. It's easier to do when you're in the meetings because that's what you're focused on. That's where your mind is at. The hard part is when you're outside of that, not letting your mind wander.
Vinny, and then Adam, having gone through it the way you have, like you said, when you're walking around here and out on the field and then meeting them, hearing what you want to hear, seeing what you want to see from your teammates to let you know that, all right, this is going to be all right. We're going to be able to deal with this.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely focused on football. Our conversation is still happening. Absolutely. I'm another part of my job as a leader here is making sure everybody is okay. And I got to check on guys if I see a certain look on their face. Make sure they're all right. How do you feel about everything? You all right? Hey, I got your back, man. Whatever you need. 3 a.m. You don't feel, man, call me. I'll be there. My kids are up anyway. Well, at least one of the 7. I'm there for you. And so there are those conversations, but as a whole, the focus is on winning. We had great meetings. We had great practice, full of energy. Competition was great. That part was good. But, when you walk around, you sit in the mailroom, it's hard not to. It's the biggest story in sports right now, honestly. It's, and that's what we talk about. You turn the TV on, that's what's on, and you do your best to, stay focused when it's time to focus and all those kind of things. But, again, I'm just sad. I'm sad for the people that were hurt. I'm sad for Coach. I'm sad for our organization. I'm sad for our fans. There's a lot of those feelings. But at the same time, when it's football time, I thought we were really good. I mean, I am hearing and seeing the things that you want to hear when it is football time.
You talk about when you're on the field, it's easier to get away from it, to not be, part of the story. But are there times on the field, like maybe you make a mistake or something at practice today, and you're like, wait, Gruden wasn't here to yell at me, or Gruden wasn't here to say that? I mean, are there times where you're going to kind of like, oh, where is he? Is that going to happen?
There was definitely, thankfully there was not too many mistakes today. There's no mistakes today. I don't want to say no mistakes. There's always something, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. I had a feeling of when I hit the field, I was waiting for him to, plug in the headset and start talking to me, make a joke, make me laugh, get me going, fire me up. And, it was Ole's voice today. And again, thankfully, that's something I'm used to. Thankfully, it's something I've heard before. Don't get me wrong. I love the man, right? And I hate, you hate the sin, like for me, you hate for anybody. No one's perfect. If we just started opening up everybody's private emails and texts,
So earlier on Twitter and Instagram, you said adversity introduces a man to himself. Can you just go into detail about what that quote means to you and what that quote means to your team right now?
I think when adversity hits, it really just brings out everyone's true colors. Obviously, this team is no stranger to adversity. I've dealt with it every year I've been here. And this is the time, everybody's got to come together. I know my teammates, we've talked, and we've been in this together for years now. So I know we got new guys, we got guys that have been here, and we just all got to, bond together in a hard time like this.
Max, you guys have all said that the locker room and team is as tight as you've ever been around. Has that been tested this week, and or is that something that could help this team move forward on the field this year?
Sorry, can you ask that again?
Yeah, when you guys talk about how tight this team is and the locker room has been, has that close bond been tested this week, or is it something that's going to benefit you on the football field this year going forward?
Hi, I'm Jack Harrington. I'm a principal software engineer, and I'm launching my own master's school in web development to a hand-picked set of selected students. I've been coding for 35 years, and I've been coding on the web for over 20.
Gotta love pass
There isn't a
interference.
handicapper in the country that can do what we do. For those who don't know who I am, allow me to introduce myself. Ted Brooks, co-founder of the Profits.
No
For the past 20 years,
seven.
me and my team
Shit.
have been the top handicapping service in the industry, helping people all over the world, just like yourself.
Yeah, you know, I feel like this group is super tight knit. We've said that since the off season. Obviously, you know, it's been a crazy week to say the least, but you know, we still have the same standard and same mission. You know, we've all put in so much work. I know these guys have been working since the season ended last year, so no matter what happens, you know, we're still, you know, the mission, all of that stays the same. You know, for me, I know personally, I'm worried about the Broncos. I know all my teammates, this defensive line, everyone's locked in on trying to, you know, get another win. You know, that's what we're focused on. So, you know, there's a lot of craziness going on, but we just got to still, you know, lock in on our mission. We put way too much damn work into
No fucking way.